Hi Metalheads, willkommen zum Metalheads Forever, Show Nummer 306 am 10.03.2022. Schön, dass ihr dabei seid. Die vorletzte Sendung dieser Woche. Und was für eine geile Woche war schon wieder. Ja, ich bin begeistert von unseren Gästen. Und heute haben wir was ganz Spezielles, nämlich zum ersten Mal eine Premiere, eine Band aus Israel. Und wenn ihr denkt, dass die Israeler nicht rocken können, Halleluja. Heute geht's ab. Wir haben eine Sängerin am Start. Eigentlich ist es ein Double Feature heute. Wir haben ORPHEUS und Adi BITRAN. Eine Sängerin, die hat's drauf. Und ihr werdet heute was erleben, was die alles auf dem Stapel lässt. Und eine Videopremiere. Also sehr, sehr, sehr cool. Und ich würde sagen, wir fangen heute an mit alten Freunden von uns, die ich ganz gerne wieder mal in der Sendung haben würde. Und ich glaube, das passt genau dazu, zum Stil. Und wer auf progressiven Metal steht, ist heute natürlich genau, das ist euer Abend für euch. So, losgehen tut es heute mit Mission in Black. Und zwar Judgment Day. Ich würde sagen, let the madness begin.
No mercy for my son.
Mission in Black, jawohl. Die Steffi Stuber, der Andi natürlich. Ganz liebe Jungs und Mädel, geile Band. Wie gesagt, hätte ich ganz gerne wieder mal da. Und ich glaube, ihr wollt sie auch wieder hören. Oder? Schreibt doch mal, jawohl, wir wollen Mission in Black haben. Aber heute haben wir erstmal Gäste aus Israel. Und ich muss euch gleich sagen, ihr müsst heute wieder durch mit dem Englischen. Das wird ein Interview auf Englisch. Aber wir machen das gemeinsam, okay? So, Freunde, ich würde sagen, jetzt gibt es mal gleich was auf die Glocke von ORPHEUS Blade. Und hier ist The Becoming. Und jetzt würde ich sagen, officially, let the madness begin.
And I knew where it fell. Someone's like dust in the ashes. To haunt thee in the boundaries of war. Crawls on the fence of the darkness. My iris is burned, extinguished by dust. Tons for the entrance. Some bleed as to claim me my flame of a dagger. Whispered blind by another. Blood flows from my showers to yours.
Holy shit. Das macht Spaß. Die geben Gas und dieses schöne Gesicht kommt gleich in die Sendung. Erstmal begrüße ich Drummer Nizan. Greetings. Your microphone is off. Oh, we bring.
Hi.
Hi. Grüß dich.
Yeah, hi Richie. How are you?
Nizan's microphone is off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, maybe he has like a technical difficulty.
He's gone, but you're here.
He's gone. He'll be back soon.
Ali, greetings. Greetings to Tel Aviv.
Hi.
You're in Tel Aviv,
Yeah.
right?
Near.
Near. All right.
Yeah.
So, Nizan is
I really
back.
liked Mission in Black. They were really good.
There
I
it
actually knew this song before.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Drama per excellence. We will hear later on what incredible drummer you are. Holy! Can you make the camera a little bit, because now the a little up, a little bit more.
Like that?
Yes. Yeah. Better.
You want to
Okay.
see your pretty face?
Okay.
Of course.
Then there you go.
We don't need a mask now in front. We want free mask
Yeah,
day.
no.
You're
No,
usually
we're-
behind the drums, so no one sees you. So now you can go down.
Usually
And that's
just
why
put
we
a-
have
All the lights are
we have
new.
in the show we have a spot where you can see clearly him. You know, it's a cam video. Very cool. But
Yes.
later on, we have a lot of guests here. Circle Creek are here. Where Circle Creek?
Hey guys.
You've been in the show today too. Circle Creek.
Yes.
Surprise. And of course, Hannes. He's excited.
And Thomas, yeah.
Thomas, of course. Yeah, we just talked before with Thomas about the show. He helped a lot to put the show together. Thank you,
Yeah.
Hannes. Thank you, Thomas. Great
Thank
job.
you guys. We love you so much.
We have a lot to talk today. Before we do something, before I forget it, I saw in this song, The Becoming, a good friend of ours, Henning Basse, was
Yeah.
the male
Are you friends
vocalist.
with him?
Yes, he was already in my show.
Oh,
was
that's
here,
great.
yes.
I didn't know that.
Do you know that Henning was in a hospital?
Yeah, and I know that he's recovering now.
Yes. It's maybe Henning, we love you.
Yes. Please get
Keep-
well soon. We still need you here.
Yes, the world need you.
Hmm.
He's a great guy and great singer as well. You know, It's-
Amazing.
yeah,
Mhm.
it was a very good sideman on your voice, and he gave the roughness. I love his voice. Henning
Me too.
is excellent. Yes,
I don't think there's anyone else that would fit into this album as good as him. He just did an excellent job.
you just make I have to send Henning a note. Please check out the very first minutes, because you are highlighted there. Maybe helps him to recover faster. Because yes, I wonder. He had a lung emboly, you know, and this
Yeah.
was a close call, you know. So he saw maybe the other side a little bit already. He saw the light.
Mm.
Somebody said, "Can you see the light?" I don't want to see the light. I want to see the stage light. You know, don't give me this light. All right, how we start? Like every day, we have our blueprint. We want to know the metalhead. You are true metalheads, and I would say we start with Nizan first.
Hmm.
Where you come from music-wise? Was drums always your
Yes.
instrument by choice?
So I grew up in a musical family. My dad is a clarinet player and a music conductor, and I actually started playing. I saw the show you did with Seven Phones, I think, where the drummer said he started playing the flute. So I had the same experience. Like I started playing the flute when I was 6, and played it for like 12 years. So I was actually pretty good at it.
flute.
Like I played some, flute is so metal. And I played some Bach and Mozart stuff, like pretty advanced stuff for like a flute player. And I really started to get into metal, I think, when I was in high school, I know, like 12 or 13, where someone just played, I think it was The Trooper by Iron Maiden. I was like, what is this? Like this amazing music. And then I started listening to all this like heavy metal stuff. And when I turned 20, my sister, for my 20th birthday, got me my first drum lesson, and I just fell in love with with everything about it, the sound and the like physicality of it, the physical element of doing actually the coordination stuff and hitting stuff and make them sound just unlike the like other instruments, and I think because I came from this musical family, then when I told my parents that I want to be a professional musician, so I guess like maybe in Europe it's slightly different than in Israel, but being a musician in this country isn't like a dream job, like people sometimes may not take you too seriously, especially in metal. But I think because I came from this musical background, that my parents were like, okay, give it a go. So I started taking very seriously. And when I turned 24, I moved to London for 3 years, and I did my Bachelor of Music in Music Performance in a music school called the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance. And yeah, and then I came back to Israel and joined ORPHEUS,
Today
You have to tell the story of how you joined us.
So someone tried to do an Arion tribute band, like a tribute show. Now, for those of you who know Arion, there's like 20 singers on each track. So it became like this massive WhatsApp group of like 20, 30 something singers and 5 drummers and whatever. And obviously, like it didn't work whatsoever. Like I think like people were, like logistically, it's really hard to get this stuff work. But one of the guys who was in the group sent me a private message saying, hey, I've got like my friend Adi is looking for a drummer for a band ORPHEUS played. And I sort of knew Adi from like the Israeli metal magazine, and I knew the name, but I never really listened to it. And so I checked out on YouTube, and the first track I hear was the Becoming. I was like, what is this? Like, yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, I'm definitely trying to get into the band. So Adi, should I tell like the whole story, like the whole? Okay, so I talked to Danny.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait a moment. That's what I said.
Okay.
How you come to ORPHEUS plate? We have a little bit of time because we have
okay,
between we not fire out everything.
Okay, so
we keep it in mind. Don't worry. Yeah. Because this is the next step.
Yeah.
So flute was also in the very good. So the running gag, it runs all the time. Thank you for this. Adi.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit. First of all, bring us to Israel, and what is Israel? Because I had no idea Israel has a scene, a metal scene like this. Like has so incredible musicians. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know, because maybe I'm so focused on England or America and Germany, of course, that I had always seen this. That I was really amazed. What the hell? This is incredible. What is how you can describe the metal scene in Israel, and when it started, was it always there, or because for me Israel is always if you know the history, of course,
the wars,
Jesus, but the war, this is something we have always. Israel is always with Palestine and all the conflict, which should not be topic today, but for me this was wow. And that's why I was excited. We have a band actually from Israel here. It's cool, and yeah, it's for me a new opener. So, but give us before you go back to your childhood, how you start singing and performing. How is Israel in the metal scene? In a short note.
Yeah, well, I think there are lots of really great musicians here, and really great bands, and we're just a small country, so maybe you don't hear so much about it. I mean, music-wise, but I think the bands that are here and that can actually go through with it, because as Nitzan said, being a professional musician here is kind of hard. You don't get any support from the government or anyone, and it's really hard to make a living from being a musician. So the bands that go through it and they can actually stick to it and do the first album, do the second album, and so on, I think they can get actually really, they can go far. And we see bands like like Orphan Land, you probably know them, all around Europe, all around the US. I think they did something also. And I think that there are so many metal genres here and metal bands and many of them probably you don't know about them, but I'm sure you will.
Adi, how you start singing? How you became a singer? Was there a trigger? Was there a moment in your life when you was a kid that you saw somebody performing and singing and said, "Oh, I would like to be like this"? Was it like this?
No. Well, unlike Nitzan, I came from a very non-musical family. They didn't even play music at home, so everything I had to figure out everything that I like now. I had to figure it out myself. But I think it was. I mean, when I was in school, I was in the school choir, and I did some shows, and I liked singing when swinging on the swing as a kid, but not anything professional or anything that was more like a girl that likes to sing like any other girl. But then when I think it was 11 or 12, my sister bought piano lessons for me. And at first I thought it was geeky, but then I fell in love with it, and I played the piano for 6 or 7 years during school and high school. And it was mostly classical. And then I reached a point when I started to listen more to rock and metal. And I was like, okay, I want to write my own music. I want to do something with it. And then I switched to the guitar, and I felt like a acoustic guitar lying around my house, fixed it, and just, taught myself how to play a little bit. And then I bought my first electric guitar. And then somewhere along the way, I was like, I think I should be a front woman. I mean, I've got things that I want to say. And I mean, playing an instrument is cool, but it's not, I wanted to express more. And I thought and I felt that I could express more with my voice. And actually, it's a funny story because I never sang, like tried to sing beautifully or anything. I just, sang with a stereo, with a cassette running, but nothing too serious. And then there was one day that I was taking a shower, and I never sing in the shower. Even now, I never sing in the shower. And
Really?
I don't know why, but yeah, no, I don't do that. I just started singing, and I tried to make it like nice. And I was like, okay, that sounds not so bad. Maybe I can sing. Let's try to explore it. And it suddenly clicked, the thing that I wanted to do, to express more. And I was writing lyrics, and I was writing my own songs, and I wanted to perform them. And then this with okay, maybe I don't have such a bad voice, and it clicked together. And yeah, and this is how it started.
I told you before why I have one favorite song, really favorite song. Why? But later on, because there's a lot to discover in your voice. It's not the crawling, the aggressive voice. There is underneath, there is a beautiful voice hidden, and we have a chance to discover this. Today we have something special. Thomas Gindorf, he translates today, and I think it's a very good idea because some people have no idea what we're talking about here. For them, sounds like a train station. We talk about the train station. They have no idea what we're talking about. So Thomas, gut die Idee. I switch to German. Wenn du es machen könntest, dass du ab und zu mal was übersetzt, was die beiden sagen, wäre das eine super Sache. Dann hat auch der Heli und vor allem die Heike auch einen Spaß heute. Also dranbleiben, heute gibt es viel zum Entdecken. The Becoming, very aggressive, very cool track. What is the backstory from the Becoming, Adi?
Wow, you throw me like a while back. Well, the whole point of this album was a relationship that I had with someone, and it was kind of a role play, like a D&D thing. And somewhere along the way, it took a point where I really liked this wolf character, like a werewolf. And even now with Orpheus, where we're heading now, everything is around like human and beast kind of concept. And The Becoming is the song where you transform. So it's like I am human, or we are human, but there is a certain primal thing in us that want to be more beastie, want to be more red, as I call it today. And this is a song that explains it. Like, this is a transition.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Makes sense?
Makes absolute sense. Now we come to a song without video, only the cover. And the cover, I had to really study this cover. There's so much discover in this cover. What is this? For this is our hairs actually.
Yeah.
And is this based on your hair?
No. Well, I hired Eliran Kantor, which is one of the. I think maybe you know him. He lives in Germany, I think in Berlin, if I'm not mistaken. But he lives there and he does artwork for really huge bands, like
what name? What name was it?
Kantor. Can you write it in the chat, Lisa?
I don't. Could you spell it?
Because I was looking. Actually, there's no signature.
And he does like artwork for everyone, for like Iced Earth and I think Behemoth maybe, and Testament. So he's really, really famous now. But he started, I wrote it down.
Okay.
He started, he was like Israel. He lived in Israel back then, and then he transferred to Germany. And I really wanted his art there because I think he's a really great artist. And I just told him, I don't want anything obvious on the cover. I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want. I don't want wolves, and I don't want anything that's, the orange and blue metal colors. Like every album has them. Yeah. So he just thought like, what can I say? How can I express it? So it's like a man fighting himself, and again, human and beast. So the hair is like a monster. It's like the beast, and he's kind of fighting himself. He has like a dagger in his hand. Yeah. So it's kind of around this concept.
Let's hear the song first, and let's check out the cover we're talking about, and then you give me the backstory to the song. The song called "Because He's Made of Flesh." And here we go.
Wickedness I knew had between my shaking hands. Vision blue from eyes still dripping from a cold tribune to shatter amplified by the echo of another heart takeover and symptoms of a crimson unspeakable need. It's too much for one to read the lips of it in a stained glass. The one who red and black and pale and colorful and dull. A memory left in tons of haste. Dance with me for the night calls. I'm losing each and every part. Only dust now dances wild. How be the hours ticking by? Liquids around me as I lay here. Spinning by the mirror, I'm drifting slowly as if you watch. Hearing my nakedness, I kneel, moving by the sleeping windows. Because he's made of flesh and I am nothing but the blood. Scream for me, won't you believe for me? I'll accept you between my legs now. I'm hard to pass so I can find you. This moment is beyond. You are to walk, you to lead. What's mutual in this hunger? passion. Because he's made of flesh, the burning rivers in the heat. Because he's made of flesh, beneath the truth won't see anymore. Because he's made of flesh, in this red wonder for his creed.
Rage is the festival of the heated on. In his power, in his creation, in his passion, in his greed, so it's destructive burn. You hear it now, ladies and gentlemen.
And take my strength, take my knees. Take my love, take my pain. Take him for God's sake, take everything. Take me home and leave me here. To breathe. Take me home.
Don't be so wild about you. Let me taste you now. Let me hear you cry for the only one. Come on, let's hear you now.
Take everything. And burn and burn and burn. Into the river now. He's made of flesh and purple colors. And feathers, you don't need them here. The platform yours are great. And when I go down, I'm not burnt. I'm kneeling by the silence. In nakedness, what's soft? In dripping cold sweat of champagne. Because he's made of flesh and blood and fingernails and no more. The tide is now a stain behind me. Climb me to the shore. Wait, soaking, panting, dread of everything but bones and colors. Because he's made of flesh and blood, but I am made of fire.
It's very, very cool.
Thank you. We still
You
play
know-
the shows.
You know, the name of the album, Wolf's Cry.
Mhm.
I think Wolf's Cry. Why is it a German wolf? Like a German wolf. Wolves in English is with a V, and here's a F. And then I had to Google what means wolf's cry, and then it's a crossword answer.
Mhm.
Was this
Yeah.
the intention to do this?
Yeah, because I always play when I write on the emotional side, like I'm crying tears, and the aggression, the beastie side, as I said before. So it's always like, the not enough and the too much. And it's like, it's a huge part of who I am, at least of my, creator side. So you can translate it as cry, like I'm crying. It's like something sad, and it's like a wail or a shout. So yeah, that was intentional.
Okay, because he's made of flesh.
Mhm.
Is this actually the guy you just explained on the cover? This
Mhm.
is the same meaning.
Yes and no. I mean, it was written on someone, loosely based on something that happened, but I think it's a larger concept. I mean, this phrase, because it's made of flesh, it actually goes like, it's from a prayer in the Jewish in the Jewish, one of the Jewish holidays, Yom Kippur, and they say there in the prayer, how do I translate it? Wait, I need to think. How do you say the thing that causes you to do bad things?
Satan.
Yeah, well, Yetzer Hara, so same.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah. The root
Let's
of
call it
evil?
Satan, or your bad side, or whatever.
Okay.
Your bad side. So it goes like, God, please save me from this bad side or this demon, because he's made of fire, but I am just made of flesh and blood.
Mhm. Okay.
So it's the same thing, because in this song I say like, okay, you're made of flesh, you're just human, but I'm also a beast. So
All right. The next song, the piano, right in the beginning, played by you, or is this
which one? On Madness?
the song On Madness?
No, it wasn't played by me. It was we had a keyboardist back in the days.
All right.
Yeah.
I had to check out the hands, of course,
Mhm.
but I was fascinated by the sound.
Well,
Very
it was
rare. I
recorded
heard,
live.
wow, it's an incredible, great sound. I know this is live, yes.
It
And I
was
would
the
say,
first time we ever played it.
okay. Was
First
you
time we
already
ever
involved,
played it on
Nitzan?
stage.
You already involved in this recording?
No, that was when did you record it?
I think it was like
on-
one show before you joined us.
Yeah, probably maybe one or two.
One
So
show
Yeah.
before. All right. But soon we see you playing,
Yeah.
right? And we hear you a little bit from the back. Let's say we play first again the song, and then we talk about it. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Orpheus played on Madness. Yes.
I am sick, left alone in madness cave. I'm still alive, just enough to feel the crave, stripped of sight and of tears, and some flesh. Just a moment to heal, then we can start fresh. False and fake, like the passion of newlyweds. Whoa, to be quick, how I wish. Will you hold me until I'm dead? From sins, will you touch my torn skin and reach within? Who is my captor who writes all my chapters? I'm on the edge of consuming all goodness in things that I loved, and now I just beg to forget. Each morning they blind me, they shred me to pieces. Each night I am left to my soul, being enslaved for the words I've written, and now I so dearly regret. The high time of my payment, the lines are blurred and fade away, submitted to and beaten by the coldness of tragedy. Come breathe, my dear foe, on my very insides. They're open and swollen like a pile of a desperate ore. I listen to my demon soul lifelessly roar, and whose children are just my own raging mind. Open a road, the wings won't stop it. I'm the one who was meant to foretell. I am wearing out in sections. Will you bleed in a place where I'll fail?
It's like a modern rock opera
Yeah. I
style.
love this song.
Where you get this aggression out? Where did it come from? When you sing like this, and then you switch from this beautiful high voice, this innocent voice, to this devil voice.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm telling my singers, my students. It's not about aggression, it's about being powerful. So I'm not thinking anger. I'm thinking, hell, I'm a big dragon. So, you're gonna mess with me. So this is the place where it comes from. It's like connecting to our primal self, to something that's very, very and we all know how to do these sounds. I mean, babies do them. When a baby cries, like he has noise. He has it's not about aggression. It's about communication, I think. And if I was thinking aggression or anger or anything that's negative vibes, I would probably burn myself out too fast on stage, because you have to hold a whole set list now, or
And a whole
night
tour.
after night, yeah, on a whole tour.
Yeah.
So this is how I perceive it. And actually, with this song, it's a nice story, because it was the first time we played it. We had a viola and a cello on the stage with us. We never played like this before. They were like guests, first time playing with us. And it was the first song in the set list, and I went on stage and I blindfolded myself. So I didn't see the crowd and I didn't see anything. First song, I don't know what's going on. I still haven't sensed the crowd. I still haven't sensed the band, and I'm just going for it. And I did this because I wanted the stress to be real. So yeah, there are
He's a little bit
photos.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's yeah. You all know
She
who's the
asked
crazy
the
one.
bass player, "Is anybody there?" Boom. Open the fucking eyes.
But
How
the
did-
fear
how-
you
how
hear
the
in the
audience
beginning,
react?
I was really afraid. I wasn't faking it.
Unbelievable. I never hear this before, And what is the backstory to On Madness?
Well, when I was younger, I wrote like a short story about. It was like an exercise in writing for me. It was about someone that is tied up in a dungeon, and he has no eyes. He was blinded. This was was on stage blindfolded, and the exercise was, okay, I created him, but I don't know anything about him. I just know he's there. And now the exercise was, okay, what's going on in his mind? And he's getting mad because he doesn't even know why he's there. And I, as a creator, as a writer, had to explore, like, what is he feeling? What is he sensing? So everything is enhanced because he cannot see and he cannot move. So, he hears these water dropping, and it's driving him crazy. And I still don't know who is that man and why he came into my mind. But that was the backstory of this, and I made just a song out of it. And in the song, it got like a twist for the creator and his creation, because I say there, who is my captor, who writes all my chapters? So it's like, who is the one? What is this force that forces me to write? I don't want this. I mean, I could live such a nice, healthy life if I didn't have this fire burning inside of me. So this song is not only about like a fictional character that I created. It's about any creator and his relationship with his creation, and it's fierce.
Yeah, it's fascinating how you came up with this, and I think everybody who had problems with eyes once in his lifetime and know the feeling, if you can see,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
then it's incredible how people have a happy life.
Mhm.
Especially people like Stevie Wonder, for example, Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles, who are blind, and had a career, or have a career, world career, and have a happy life. So it's incredible that you pick up something like this.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think it's time to give Nathan a little highlight now. But now we are behind the drums and watching Nathan. Sorry, I edited a little bit. It was too long for me.
Okay.
But it shows, and then we talk about where the style come from, and
Hmm?
this is now These are on drums, and check it out. On fire. Listen, your style, and I must say that there was more, of course, and I had a feeling there some jazz influence. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so, because I think I came so again. I started listening to metal, and it was only like I got into jazz through drumming. So when someone played jazz for me, when I was like 16 or 17, I was like, I really don't get it. Like, what is this all nothing about? Like, I really didn't get it, the genre. And then when I started playing, then one of my drum teachers told me, well, you need to play at least a bit of jazz, and we started getting into it. Okay, now I get it. Now when I play the drums and I play the jazz and I sort of get the swing and the vibe, then I got into some jazz music, and when I listen to it now, I understand where it's coming from. And I think from a playing perspective, I mean, so I do listen to jazz these days, maybe not as much as metal, but still, there's some really great jazz scene in Israel. Avishai Cohen, the trumpet player, and Avishai Cohen, the bass player, incredible creators of music, really. Not just in the local scene, but worldwide recognized as truly like creative jazz musicians. And I think from a playing perspective, like I found, like I love the drums so much, really, that anything that was challenging for me on a coordination level was something I really got into. So it could be metal, it could be jazz and samba and mambo and some Latin music and Afro-Cuban music and whatever. And I think when I make music, if it's live or in the studio with Orpheus, then you could tell that I don't just play metal all day,
Yes, I think this is exactly what Adi needs, because
Yes.
she's not playing metal. She has so much to offer. She needs exactly this. I want to ask a question. I'm a self-made drummer by myself in the 70s. If you compare like Keith Moon, John Bonham, Ginger Baker, or Dream Theater, for example, what triggers you more? More the modern drummer, or more the old drummer you can learn from the craft?
Right. I think that depends. So personally, okay, I'm 100% honest. I listen to Dream Theater more than I listen to Zeppelin. But if you really want to understand rock drumming, then you have to play at least 3 or 4 Zeppelin songs, at least. Because if you never played any John Bonham in your life, then like calling yourself a drummer is like an understatement. Like you can't do it. You have to play some Zeppelin songs, because he was such a pioneer, right? Like even today, like when some of my students like want to play Zeppelin, and I just play them like good times, bad times. And I was like, you don't understand how difficult it is to play that song so accurately, so powerfully as Bonham did. It's magical for me, right? When I listen to some there's a track called Since I've Been Loving You, right? And just one of my students is playing it. And I try to explain to the magic of that song, and it's almost unexplainable, in my opinion. It's truly magic. Like every time Bonham plays the drums, it's 100% magic. Sorry, yeah, what were you gonna say?
I had a discussion not too long ago. This was actually a private chat. We talk about drummers, and two names came up in this conversation. This was Charlie Watts for Rolling Stones and Ringo Starr, the Beatles, and he said actually that there were lousy drummers, and you're totally wrong. You have no idea, because you listen to a Rolling Stones song, you think it's because there's nothing there, but if you listen closely, try to copy Charlie Watts and try to copy Ringo Starr, the swing he had, it's something, and then he says, yeah, you're right. Actually, I never, you listen to a song, you think, this is easy, everybody can play, every school band can play. Yeah, every school band can play a Beatles song, but play it in with the groove and the swing with Ringo Starr, it's a completely different story, And
so
actually, he wrote me later on, he said, Richie, you're so right. Damn, I completely misunderstood this. But then you have to listen first. There is a reason why these guys are on the top. Why great drummers mention the influence Ringo Starr, for example, or even Charlie Watts. And every like the 60s, we had this Rolling Stones and Beatles. 70s, of course, the Who or Zeppelin. 80s, Tommy Lee, which I love, the powerful and the show drummer, Tommy Aldridge, what incredible drummers, and of course Dream Theater. And there's so many talented. Okay, I would say thank you so much for giving us a little bit insight. I was right with the jazz, and
yes, definitely.
I would say we go to the next song, and this is For Each Man
Kills.
For Each Kills. Also a live track. And let's listen first and then give us the inside look. Okay? Here we go.
Yeah.
I've once again found a way to echo these songs, and this gloom spreads behind me like the wings of great bats in front of this lady show. Oh, when I tread upon it as it was my kingdom to master, the taste of the wine, the skies of many stars tonight, and each of them is sharp. The skies of many stars tonight, and each of them is sharp. Where her rage was immense to trespass. My mortal instincts could sense, but not as darkness from darkness parts. I scorned her essence, I scorned her kind. I turned my back to them all. For kindness is but the perversion of kings, and compassion in their compass. I'm just a man. He's not a bit of a real man. Whatever is the spirit, what winters when you let me say that is me. And when all is lost and I'll be left in here. Don't thrill the pocket time with you is short. He shall leave his life for this forsaken mountain. Burning of the woods concealed by night. Open your veins, for my heart is opaque, and truth has long left us forlorn. Man exceeds all beasts to rejoice, as the wolves now find winter morn. Reason to the wilderness, the lurking troubled mind. The green operator never seen, the passionate or tried. Never need a battle claim of what was once lost. He had killed but he had lived, to disobey his laws. Reason to that you have to know lying touch as well. You build a beast inside of you, dismiss my mortal self. Reason to the nation slaves of fading hope and eye. Reason kills in many ways, this man cannot die. This man killed in many ways, this man cannot die. This man killed in many ways, this man cannot die.
Wow, that's an old one.
I read the comment from Hannes. You're pregnant, high pregnant on and full
Yeah.
energy age.
I was something, I think 6 or 7 months pregnant on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not afraid to lose the child when you rock like hell.
No, he's used to it. He's now 6 years old. He still doesn't like metal, but we were working on it. It's like, Mom, stop screaming.
Mom, too boring. You know what? When I, especially this song, who keeps in mind who was also like a storyteller was Meatloaf, the great late Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Was Meatloaf somehow a little bit influence for you for performing and using the voice and telling stories with his music?
Actually, no, but that's a shame. But my influences were Russell Allen of Symphony X and Daniel Gildenau of Pen of Salvation. And I just love their storytelling. I love how they perform. I mean, Pen of Salvation can make me cry in a second. One of the few bands that can do that. And also my early influences were Mike Patton from Faith No More, Mr. Bungle. So all these, vocal transitions, it's from there somewhere. Opeth, all the classical progressive stuff. And also, as all of us, I guess, Maiden, Judas Priest, all the heavy metal 80s stuff. I think
Yeah,
all
very
of us
cool.
in the band were.
That's my cup of tea.
yeah.
The 80s, of course.
Yeah. I started as a singer in a Iron Maiden tribute band, and then
Really?
in a Deep Purple band, and all these bands that we all grew up on.
For Each Man Kills.
Yeah.
What is this a song to the soldiers or to the murderers or to who kills relationships or
No,
what?
yeah, relationships.
Okay.
No,
here
it's
you
not
go.
that dramatic. It's not about war. This is a quote by Oscar Wilde when he has a great poem about. It's a very long poem from the Ballad of Reading Gaol. It's called, and he's explaining there how he's in jail, and I think he was really in jail back then. And he explains how he sees someone that is going to hang. They're going to kill him, and then he says like. Each man kills the thing he loves. Sometimes some do it with a sword, some do it with a word, but each man kills the thing he loves, and not everyone's got a hang. So it's like a kind of a criticism, like you did something very wrong, but you're not hanging for it, and you may be killing an innocent man for maybe he's innocent. So I think it's a very powerful ballad, and it made me think, like. I took it like in a way of you did me wrong, but you're not paying for it. So, and it's not about someone specific. I mean, this whole album is, vaguely on a specific someone, but it's not, it's more than that. So I can say it's, you can take it to a karmatic thing, like someone did you wrong, but why the hell aren't they paying for it?
Now we come to a song. Funny, this is my favorite actually from the album, and you said this is actually at least my favorite. You said, so how comes? Maybe it's the melody because it's the most melodic track on the album.
No, it's not about that.
From the riffing.
No, I don't like this song. I mean, I do like this song, but it's like my least favorite because I wrote it when I was 18, the lyrics, and I recorded it something like 10 years later. So it had like a very young vibe to it, like a very innocent vibe about love and about things, romantic things that I was thinking back there. And when I recorded it, I was feeling disconnected from it. So we were playing it in the studio and I had to record it. And it was like 3 hours. I was trying to record this. And each time my producer tells me like, no, this is not the take. You're not doing it right. It's not, you're not giving it what it should. And at some point I got so angry and so frustrated. And I told him like, okay, you have so many takes, just do something with it. And he told me, no, I deleted them all. You have to do it again. And I just entered the vocal booth and I was so frustrated that I didn't think and I just let it out. And I mean, this is why I don't like it. I'm saying like, because I do like it, but it's like, the thing I don't like about it is it just came out so vulnerable. And it was like I was singing it if I was 18 and not as, a professional singer that has something to show for. So this is why it feels like so, like I'm naked there. You know what I mean? So this is why I feel like, oh, this is me without all the manners, without all the nuances, without all the, I'm a professional singer thing. It's just me.
How you see the song, Nitzan?
It's really hard for me to tell because, I mean, first, personally, I haven't listened to it that much because it's a song we don't play live as much. So maybe the last time I listened to it was maybe like a couple of years back when I just listened to the album. So can we listen to it again so I can actually remind myself how it sounds, and then I'll answer your question.
I sound like a child there.
You know why I like this so much? Because not only because I like melody, I like the melody chords, I like that your innocent voice you have in this. And if you tell me you recorded this so many times and throughout this night, you did a fantastic job. And there is innocent in a voice, and then you switch and you have you show. This is for me the real.
That was like a one take. When I was like, most of it was recorded in one take. That was the take that we chose because I was so frustrated, not thinking about anything. And
then people saying, what song are you talking about? We're talking about Under Dying Stars. And for me, my favorite, I'd say.
Thank you.
Here we go. Under Dying Stars.
sense the pregnant needs. Let us erase the wind, the forest beats us falls to hunt the spills of ripening majesty. To dying stars, have tread so far. I'll come to you obscured by memories that have shed dark melodies and tears. Take my hand now, follow me into the tempest cold, into eternity. Oh, mate, and your embrace. This reaching hour's grace. Under dying stars, I swear to be of the life of this affair. To love, open and bound, that was so true. The heart that beats in your beside, the ruby shade, the love eyes, obsessed to still listen to the love with you. As we enter the light, there's a tender cry. Follow me into the light eternal. As we lay in line, the agony of time. Take me in this night eternal. Under dying stars, I spread wings and drank the mysteries of your skin. Where souls dance in scarlet black, ambered are the woods, secrets line the liquor of your breath. Oh, oh,
Yes. Wow, I haven't heard it in years.
For me, this is a masterpiece. To be honest,
Thank
it's a
you.
masterpiece. There's everything
Oh,
inside. The production
you.
is incredible. And kudos to the producer. He was so right, because
Yes. Well,
and-
when I heard it, I knew it was the take. I mean, the reason I hated how I sound there is the reason why we included this in the album, because I sounded like I was 18, and that was the correct sound for this song.
I watched you during the song, and what are you thinking now? What is some memories goes through your head, and you remember the recording sessions. And for me, this is a really, really cool track, really cool. And let's say, and now I'm right. Why I like this, because there's everything inside. There is a little bit dream theater, a little bit again middle of. This is could be a Gene Steinman composition. This is for me. This is absolute world class.
Thank you. Yeah, I love the music on this one. It's just that I feel naked.
And there
but
was,
as a creator, this is what you have to do. You have to be naked, I guess.
If you read comments like this, what do you think? What do you say?
Rini is a good friend. We love her. And yeah, I know she's right. And I know, as a singer, that's what we do. We show it all out, but it's always hard.
All right. So now, Nitzan, you have a break now, because we enter a new life, a new story, something new from Adi, because she has a project called Unredog.
Underdog, like underdog. Yeah.
This is called Unredog.
Yeah. Unread dog.
Unread dog.
Underdog.
Okay.
Like underdog, just with red.
Unread dog. Okay. Not Unredog. Okay. Unread dog. Okay.
Yeah.
And the first one what I play is a cover. How enter the world, metal world, and you do a cover from Depeche Mode? How this happened?
Well, I used to listen to a lot of Depeche Mode when I was a bit younger. I think when I started, I heard bands like Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails before I got into metal even, and Nirvana, and it somehow fits into this blend, because something in their sound is very dark. I mean, they have their popish songs, but then you hear albums like Exciter, for example, which is very mellow, but it's also very dark. And songs specifically like Walking in My Shoes, I mean, I hear rock there. I hear darkness. It's very minor. It's very heavy in a way, like emotionally, And it was also a song, we had like this little group of friends when I was 20 something, and we went, we had this meeting, we had these meetings in a bar nearby. We went there, and there was like a PC where you could choose the songs, and somewhere around I don't know, midnight or 1 a.m. when we were kind of drunk already, I used to go there and just pick this song for us, Walking in My Shoes. And so it's also like a nostalgic thing for me. This little group of people, and one of them is now living abroad, and one of them is sadly dead. Cancer got him, and one of them, we're not in touch with him so much, and some of them are still very good friends of us. So it's like, it reminds me of the drama of the 20s, all the romantic endeavors and all this, like what I'm going to do with my life, and, studies and exciting jobs and all that. So it's like something that's, and when I decided I want to do a cover song for something, it's like the first and last cover song I ever recorded until now. I mean, in a studio. I knew it got to be this one, but I wanted to do it with a twist.
And you give the twist for sure. And sorry, I don't get offended when I have a smile, but I should not read the comments because
I don't know what they're saying. I just see lots of cucumbers. What is it with the cucumbers?
Oh, you don't want to know this. This is the naughty bullshit from a year ago. But I said, Iron Heike ist ein unroter Hund, in Fragezeichen. Heike. But somebody has to translate it right. If you read it, you translate it, it sometimes is a completely different meaning. Ein unroter Hund. Ja, genau. Heike, she's so crazy. She's crazy, but we love her. All right, here is your cover from Depeche Mode. Here's "Walking in My Shoes." Andre Dog.
But the things have put me through, the pain I've been subjected to. But the Lord himself would have blushed. The countless feasts laid at my feet, forbidden fruits for me to eat. But I think your pulse would start to rush. No, I'm not looking for absolution, forgiveness for the things I do. But before you come to any conclusion, try walking in my shoes. Try walking in my shoes. You'll stumble in my footsteps. Keep the same appointment from camp. If you try walking in my shoes. If you try walking in my morality would frown upon, decency looked down upon. The scapegoat's fate's made of me. But I promise now, my judge endures. My intentions couldn't have been pure. My case is easy to see. I'm not looking for a clearer conscience, peace of mind after what I've been through. And before we talk of any repentance, try walking in my shoes. Try walking in my shoes. You'll stumble in my footsteps. Keep the same appointments of camp. If you try walking in my shoes. If you try walking in my shoes. No, I'm not looking for absolution, forgiveness for the things I do. But before you come to any conclusion, try walking in my shoes. Try walking in my
You produced a new song, actually.
Yes, that was the
Yes.
intention. When I went to my producer, and told him like, "Oh, we're gonna do the Depeche Mode cover." He looked at me like, "What? Why?" And then I told him like, "Wait, we'll make it Underdog. Don't worry."
Yeah.
We actually filmed the whole thing. It was the first thing that me and my husband filmed together. So we did it ourselves, and it was filmed like 90% of it was filmed here in my apartment. So that was during
Nathan
lockdown.
has to babysitting. Don't worry, Nathan.
Yeah.
Take your time. That he said his kid is 1 year old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not sleeping at night.
A lot of noise comes. you woke it up.
Yeah.
Why Underdog? What is it a side project? Is this something you can't have with Orpheus Blade? Why you do this?
It was actually a phase where Orpheus were a little bit under the hood. I mean, we couldn't do something because I think COVID just started and everyone was not so motivated, and we couldn't meet, and all that shit. And Nitzan just daughter was just born, and everything was like so hectic. And I was sitting at home, and I was like, I need something. I need more. I need more music out. I want to do something else that's not metal, but is more of a Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails kind of vibe, which I really, really like. And I know Orpheus weren't like into it. So I just opened up some songs that I tried to write for Orpheus, actually, some riffs and some parts, and they never fit in, so it never got to the band. But then when I tried to switch the sounds and, switch the drums, for example, with an electronic kit, and switch the piano with a synthesizer, and I was like, oh, this could work. And then suddenly something new came out of it. So I started to think like more electronic, and also because if you're doing electronic stuff, you don't need so many players. You could do it like yourself and a producer, and that's it. So you can work faster. So it started as like a side project for something fun for me to do when when the band is a little bit low, and it grew up to be this like huge production and a huge full album thing, and it's coming out in a month or two. I mean, it's almost done, and I didn't plan. I mean, I thought it would be like an underground thing, couple of songs, just release them and forget about it, but it turned to be like a whole thing of its own.
Very cool. We have today a premiere actually. It's never the song, the video was played in a show, right? So
Yeah.
our show is the
It was
first,
released 2 days ago.
yes, but we have a little side project. Let's say you are a special guest on a band. I know that Hannes is very, very happy about this band, and I understand why, because they are very, very cool. And I'm very happy we welcome them soon in the show. Circle Creek. What is your relationship to Circle Creek?
Well, through Hannes, actually, this is how we met. We were supposed to have a show together somewhere in Turkey, I think it was, and it didn't fell through. But then I told Hannes like, hey, you guys have a show in Austria. I already booked the dates for me. I mean, I'm free, so maybe let's do something together. And he said, and we were good friends. I mean, good Facebook friends, but we never met before. And we just did it. I just flew there and I did that show with them, and we became really good friends. I mean, until then we were just online friends. And that was a very exciting meeting all the Circle Creek guys and Hannes, of course. And I really miss those guys. I know you're here. I saw in the comments.
I hope Circle is still here because now comes some. And I must say, Thomas did a great job. He put all the songs together. Actually, the most. Thomas did all the stuff and gave me a big playlist, and I chose what song I put together. And thank you, Thomas. Thank you, dear Thomas. And
Thank
actually, he gave me two songs with Circle Creek live, and I nearly took the other one. But then I saw, oh, this is interesting, because now we are in a metal show, Metalheads, and what is more metal than Judas Priest?
Yes, I love
Yes.
them.
Yes, and I love the old track Metal God. No, man, This is I love this when the guitar, the chorus goes down. It's very cool. You had to practice this, or
Judas Priest is not easy. But their higher pitched song is
why you chose this song, for example? Is there a reason?
Because everyone knows it. It's easy, fairly easy to prepare. I mean, if I was going for something like Painkiller, I would die. I'm a girl and all, but it's not easy up there. And it has such a good groove to it.
That's the right thing. That's what
like
the
a metal
old
hymn,
school.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's something the whole crowd.
Unfortunately, it is not the best sound, but doesn't matter. The sound is not important right now. It's check it out and you have fun with them. And when I saw this video today, I said, you know what? I'm happy to have them soon in the show. Circle Creek, you rock.
Yeah, you are. You do. When we miss you.
Circle Creek featuring Adi BITRAN. Here is Metal God.
Yeah.
It's no awesome.
Yes.
Wow, that brings such good memories. I really miss you guys, and we're gonna play in Austria next year in Rock
Yes.
Festival. Yeah,
You know, I
Can't
just had a
wait.
flashback right now when I watched this, because I played this song in the 90s with my
Really?
biker band George Mulligan. We had one very, very huge, actually, after our show was Glenn Hughes, and then Biff
Wow.
from Saxon. In one festival we had 35,000 people, and I remember I had this flashback now, this when we played this song Metal Gods, and you see these thousands of bikers when they make this face, because it's this is like heavy metal, damn,
Yeah.
great, I love it, Circle
Thank
Creek,
you.
I'm waiting for you, motherfuckers. This will be a killer.
Yes, they're such nice guys, and I had such a great time there. We did actually two shows together, year after year, and it was so much fun. The Austrian crowd is like crazy, and such great hospitality. I just had the time of my life there, and I can't wait to be back.
You should.
Yeah, we will.
I hope Nissan is coming. We have 2 more songs, but now
Yeah, he wrote it.
now we
He'll
have,
be back soon. Yeah.
I hope. Now we have a video premiere,
Mhm.
and I have a question, because we talked about this before with Nathan, because today in Facebook you announced it, the naughtiness and all the hard questions. I think it's not too hard today. I try to be polite, and so and,
It's okay. Ask anything.
this song, it's brave. I mean, is the how I can understand Israel, because it's sadistic, it's a little bit sadomasochistic in this. Your husband filmed this as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, he filmed all the lip sync parts, and we had a photographer for all the shots with the other guy there. So my husband was on set also to to see that everything is going as planned, because you always need another hand or eye there.
But
yeah,
he's
he was
not
there as well.
the guy with
No, he's
the
not the
leather
guy
mask.
in the mask. No, I actually never saw his face. None of us
Really?
saw his face. Yeah.
Really,
Yes, that was part of the plan.
when I watched this video, and I told the story before, we had in the 90s, I had a biker band called Rock Angels, and our band was the very first sadomaso show. We had a striptease show in our show,
Really?
and we had a 3-meter X Andreas cross, X cross, and the girls, they had leather masks. And I remember when I bought this stuff, like a wipe and then the leather mask and handcuffs in a porno shop, and I never forget this, because this guy knew me from newspaper in my hometown, and I walked in and I was looking, and then I saw, I went to the cashier. He said, I say, no, this is for a show. He said, yeah, of course. He thought I'm a pervert, and I'm my poor girlfriend had to suffer. No, and it was crazy. If you see this, I don't know how many people saw my show in the 90s, but this was the very first, and we had bikers from Hells Angels and everywhere. They look at me, what the fuck, because I wiped them and
Well, that's brave to do that in the 90s, because nowadays,
Yeah.
everybody does like extreme stuff. It's not extreme anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, in art, but doing it in the 90s,
I
that
needed-
was frowned
I
upon.
needed- I needed
guess.
something, to get attention, because there are so many bands, and we got attention, I tell you. And everywhere we went with this show, in Switzerland, in Austria, in the East, in East German, it was the holy shit, what the hell, never saw something like this with a flex, like chain and sparklings. And this was before we discovered Rammstein or sparklings. We had it already with a Hilti flex, All right. This was my little story, and
That's a cool
I had,
story.
I had a flashback when I watched this video today. It's brave. I would say I see Nissan is back, but he starts eating, let him have a rest, because now we play first the song, and then I bring him back for our final song. Here, Underdog, he had thoughts that should have not
Should
have
not have
been. Yes, but we play the video first, and then we talk about the song, and then we bring Nathan back. So Nathan, you have still time.
Yeah.
Here we go. I would say, let's play it right now.
It is time to enhance all our senses and get deeper down the arachnids that slash. Don't be afraid, it's a common procedure. Don't miss a move, all the spells will leave your flesh. Let us touch love, let us pray. Share a glance, then I will reign. Conceiving virtues, near and crime. Let's take this song unsatisfied.
We're silences decaptured like our pain. Nuclear waste take the again and again. Just as the white noise turns into white smears. Won't you teach me the anatomy of tears? It's the new me, the enhanced me, the one who will undo wrong just for wrongfulness' sake. The one who soul formed the storm as soon as he sees lies and have sacrificed sight to the lake. Here at the altar, we're doomed to burn brighter and live just like vultures on the altar's dead ends. Down on your knees, bow your head down to bliss, and then kiss the greased feet of your god or your trend.
I don't want to ask you about your romantic love life because
Well, you can ask, but I mean, don't look at only what you see. I mean, this is not about BDSM. This is, I mean, what I meant with this was, let's show the loneliness in it, because I really like this concept, and it really, I'm playing around it a lot, of the Queen of Nothing. I mean, yeah, like this character, she's like Red, my persona. She's like a queen. She's dramatic. She has power, but she's very lonely in the end of the day. And it's like, I always say, like, this sentence, like, burn with me, because I don't want to burn alone. I have all this fire inside. And this is how I decided to show it, because everything around them is so destroyed. It's like a post-apocalyptic world. Everything is like destroyed. Everything is empty. And they're like the two people here, and she's not really a queen of anything. So don't only see the BDSM side. It's more than that.
But it's hard not to watch.
Yeah, well, it should be extreme. It should be like shock rock, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
try
shock-
to
shock
do
rock, exact-
Marilyn
that-
Manson
that's-
things. I mean, this is
Yes.
like where I grew up from.
Gi-
Um,
give us an inside look. You said you never saw the face of this guy.
Yeah.
How you found him? You announced this in a newspaper or how?
No, we wrote on me and the photographer, Lon Levin. This was the guy who filmed this. We wrote around groups that we are searching for someone to perform this, and we didn't want actors, so we were searching all kind of groups, like fetish groups and also rock groups. And there was this guy who connected with me, and he told me, like, I would like to participate. And it was like a fake Facebook account, like no name. He was with the masks there. And I was like, okay, if you like this mask so much, and he told me like how he likes this mask because it protects him from the world. So he can be himself without people knowing who he is. And he didn't have a problem to show me his face. But I said, if you like your mask so much, then I don't want to know who you are also. And let's do an authentic thing. Like the camera saw everything. Yeah. Everything was authentic. It wasn't rehearsed.
There was one scene in the video. You took his face like this, and you look in his eyes. What you saw?
It was very intense. I mean, it was like the first or second time I think that it was like very intense moment. And everything was quiet around us, and the photographer was like, and I think we got the authentic thing that we wanted, because I think the best shot in this video, and I know this is the one I enjoyed the most, was the end where we hug. And this was like a very, very powerful scene. And that was like a very quiet moment. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't something that the photographer told us to do. Because, when you come to a shooting day, it's like you have these scenes on your mind, like, okay, I'm going to shoot this, and this is the pose we'd like. And we had these. But on this moment, it was totally like natural.
And your husband is always on your side? You everything, what you do, he's on your side, and he's your partner in crime. And so is he watching actually?
The weirdness.
is he watching the show right now?
I don't know. Ale? I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe he watches the show. If he does, then write something.
But
in the comments.
What is more intense? If you're in the middle of a show and you have a 1-year-old baby crying, screaming. Yeah. But he made it back. This son.
Hello.
You're
back. Yeah, I said before to Ali, I hope he's coming back because we have one more song. What we need now is a crazy attitude photo, because I always take a last shot from my guests with me.
Yeah,
can we do it?
Yeah, of course.
Give me some attitude. Yes, like this. And I count three. I count to three. 1, 2, 3. One more.
I should have. Could I do my? We have a photo face.
No, don't do your face. Please don't do your face.
Do your face.
I will.
One more. Please.
Okay.
Give me the two big face.
3.
1, 2, 3. Got you. Now I just got a stroke in the show.
That's his pretty face.
That was. Mama, I was in a TV. Why you like this face again? I told you when you was 5, I don't like this face.
My wife hates that face so much.
I do too.
That's why he like it. Guys, we have one more song, and I played the song already. It's an intense song. This video is intense, and of course,
we filmed it also. Me and my husband.
Your husband is great.
Yeah,
Greetings to your
This is why I'm
husband.
married to him.
Every strong woman need a strong man, and every strong man need a strong woman. That's like with my big mouth wife. Some people want to strangle her, but I love her deeply. All right, give me a little bit. Well, a little bit. Give me the last chance to promote now. ORPHEUS played
Nitzan, you go.
the songs "My Arms for Those Wings." What's the backstory?
Well, there's a backstory, I think, about what the lyrics are, what the clip is, and I think Adi will maybe talk about that later, because I actually have no idea. I mean, Adi told me, but I can't remember. Sorry. It's
Yeah,
loosely based
it's
on
like
something.
the band, they don't read the lyrics.
I have to say, I think Adi has one of the best lyrics I ever read in metal music, alongside truly the greats of the genre. And still I can't find the effort to actually go through all the lyrics. But every time I do, I was like, oh my God, your lyrics are so... Even now when we listen to The Becoming, the beginning of the show, and I read the lyrics and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. Anyway, so
Thank you.
my Arms for Those Wings, it's one of those songs where we started working on it. The band started working on it before I joined it. But once I joined in, we did this gig where we had the footage from, and then we started working on the song. And actually, I think we finished writing it maybe 4 years ago, right? Like late 2018.
Yeah.
So it's been with us for a while, and we wanted to play some live shows with it, and see that it actually works live as well as in the rehearsal room before we record it and release it. But yeah, it's one of those things where just we wrote it pretty quickly as a trio, as like myself, Adi, and Danny, our guitar player. But it took us a while to sort of get it in the recording and do the video clip and everything.
I always show the Facebook address, and I will do it again because I ask you where can people buy your products actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we are through your Facebook page, and here is it again. Because you have something on Saturday, right? You have something.
Yeah, we have a show.
Yeah, we have a show where we it's like a show for the release of the single of My Arms for Those Wings. And who's ever into getting some of the merch, then just follow us on Facebook, and I think we're gonna open like an online store pretty soon, so you can get in touch
show
with us
them the
there.
T-shirt, our new T-shirt,
right.
And
Our
it's
new t-shirt.
also influenced by the music video that we're gonna see.
It is. I will not apologize for kicking ass. Actually, there's a story behind it. I'm not sure if you're interested.
So I hope you liked the show today, and I hope you liked our audience today, because they always give every band a chance and they're staying there, because I always ask for a little fan package. I didn't ask you before. I don't know, you followed my shows before.
We've seen a few, yeah.
And every Friday we have our after show party. Like today we have an after show party without raffle, and all members, they have some number. We have some skulls with numbers on it, and then we raffle out the presents we get from the bands. So I promoted you. We got a little bit something in return. It would be lovely to receive soon a little package from Israel. This is a deal.
What you want, what you need, we'll send it, of course.
Put inside what you want, and then we play, of course. Every time we raffle out one package. It could be one CD and one shirt, for example. And we have more. We can do it more often. And of course, then we play the music,
Yes.
So there's always a promotion for the band as well. Would be wonderful. And the fan club deserves it, because they are always there. And it's a deal. Done.
Yeah, of course.
And because now you, if you like the color yellow, you get it yellow now. Because what we do now, always ask, hoch die Humpen. That means raise the glasses. I drink with you.
I have coffee.
My coffee.
It's because we're 2 days before a show. I'm not drinking, so
it's close to 5 o'clock in the morning here in the Philippines. So I need coffee.
Oh yeah.
You need whiskey.
So
we'll drink after the show. Right now we're good guys.
And now, ihr da draußen alle, für unsere Gäste aus Israel, aus Tel Aviv, Adi und Nisan from ORPHEUS played.
Yeah, we raise a glass for you,
Cheers.
Richie, and for all the wonderful
Thank
people
you, guys.
writing those comments.
He drinks vodka from the bottle, you see.
Pure vodka.
Adi, this one, it was a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Fantastic
Richie.
metalheads.
Thank you for having
And-
us.
Yes, always again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good luck and greetings to your husband, and give your baby a hug from us. We love children, and that is all about. Family is all about. That's the
Yes.
most important. Love is important.
Yeah.
Make love, no war.
Yes.
Amen.
And I would say, with the last song, I let you go now. Thank you so much. I salute
Thank you.
and stay healthy. And here is, what is it? It's a very long name. My arms for those wings.
Thank you.
Check it out on Facebook. Buy the albums, buy the stuff, support the artists. Here we go. Thank you so much. I salute you. Here is.
Crown me nightmares, clad me starlight, make me weaker still. Take my essence in this wasteland. Skies weren't meant to heal. On my hands shine tranquil colors, spill their stolen wings. Broken shapes are humming. I will give up my arms for those wings.
Shattered cities arch their backs, were burning from raindrops and tears collected dust in their muscles. I climbed a shrine knowing it would be my last verse. On the road faded, perennial that reverse. Confidence with distant comfort, good choice through the solar, the coldness of darkness. to police the plastic carrot. Some God from battle left with wrong.
Jawohl, das waren ORPHEUS featuring die BITRAN. Was für eine geile Sängerin. Sehr, sehr stark. Und auch hier ein neues Projekt. Underdog. Holt jetzt das Zeug. Support. Das ist alles. So, Freunde, es gibt eine kleine Veränderung. Und zwar muss ich heute eine Band rausnehmen. Da ist leider nicht zu viel Material da von der Band. Und zwar Downright Malice mussten wir rausnehmen, Ende des Monats. Aber ich habe gleich einen sehr, sehr coolen Ersatz gefunden, nämlich Erection kommen. Gute Freunde von mir, Steven und Julia, die hat dieser richtiges Powerhouse. Die Julia, auf die freue ich mich, die haben ganz coole Videos am Start. Also freut euch, am 29.03. Start, Downright Malice, kommt Erection aus Regensburg. Jawohl. So, weiter geht's mit Gebrüll. Willkommen zur Aftershow-Party. Fast die Woche rum, aber eine haben wir noch, eine Show morgen. Seid dabei. Michael Ehre. Ich werde später noch was dazu sagen. Und jetzt geht's jetzt haben wir gleich vier Videos hintereinander. Alles Bands, die uns bald besuchen werden. Also, bleibt dabei und wir sagen, are you ready for rock and roll? Hier sind The Autumn Killer, One of Five. Und here we go.
Close your eyes and say goodnight. Does it all seem like a dream? Chained to a computer screen. Behind the mask you go outside. Paranoid, but the air seems right. All I need is a merry-go-round. But my feet are on the ground. Do you wanna be the one of five? Do you wanna be the one alive? Save me! Save me! Do you wanna be the one of five? Do you wanna be the one alive? Save me! Save me! Conspiracy theories all around. The scientists, they speak so loud. Who really knows the truth? We all have someone to lose. Will sanity show its face on these dark clouds the world makes? Will we learn from our mistakes? Or will the world go up in flames? Do you wanna be the one of five? Do you wanna be the one alive? Save me! Save me! Do you wanna be the one of five? Do you wanna be the one alive? Save me! Do you wanna be the one of five? Do you wanna be the one alive? Save me! Save me! Do you wanna be the one of five? Do you wanna be the one alive? Save me! Save me!
The Autumn Killers, jawohl. Sehr, sehr coole Band. Freue mich drauf. Und weiter geht's mit Gebrüll auf eine Band. Freue mich jetzt, die schon bald am Start sind. Und zwar Croward, Manifest of the Mortal, was ist Mortal Sickness. Wir sind Croward.
Do
Manifest of Mortal Sickness. Wenn das mal kein geiles Lyric-Video ist, Wahnsinn. Da habe ich immer halt Respekt, wenn jemand sowas machen kann. Ne? Wahnsinn. Also, Crowboard, sehr, sehr cool. Am 1.4. bei uns zu Gast. Jetzt der vorletzte Song für heute Abend, dann sind wir wieder durch. Und ich glaube, es wieder eine geile Sendung war. Ich hoffe, euch hat es Spaß gemacht. Bleibt da dran. Es kommt noch ein Trailer vom In-Rock natürlich. Kommt auch noch. Ja, nicht vergessen, lieber Hannes. Und jetzt geht es weiter mit Traders to the Crown. Auch eine Band, habe ich vorher nicht gekannt. Sehr cool. Wann kommen die? Am 13.06. Wir sind Traders to the Crown mit dem Song Rebirth.
Shining colors, speed of light runs through my scars, despite they made you who you are. Hate and grief will leave you numb as you prepare for things to come. So let me wipe away your tears before the whole world disappears. Raging flames light up the night as I stand by your side. No saint, no sinner, nor a god, no joke, a madman in my heart. There is no reason to deceive, just to make myself believe. Walls are walls and never told of something that I can't condone. But just like the fall of Rome, they will all be gone. They will all be gone. They will all be gone. This is where I say.
Das Endrock Reloaded Special, jawohl, das war doch geil gewesen und wir freuen uns schon drauf, dass wir mit dabei sind mit einem geilen Zelt beim Festival. So, Freunde, einen haben wir noch. Und zwar auch eine Band, die am Festival spielt natürlich und auch in diesem Monat bei uns zu Gast sind. Und zwar am 25.03. Die Rede von Benediction. Die machen heute den Endspurt. Ich freue mich auf morgen. Morgen wird es wieder eine Special-Sendung. Ein Beast on the Drums. Ein Mann, wer Michael nicht kennt, der kennt Metal nicht. Das ist einer der Leading Drummers in Deutschland. Gamma Ray. Bei Primal 4 war er. Und. Dort eine Unity, genau. Unity, wie spricht man die aus? Kann ich mir morgen alles erklären. Wir mit Sicherheit geil. Und dann haben wir in der Aftershow-Party haben wir noch eine Videopremiere von alten Freunden von uns, die schon vor einem Jahr mal da waren, und zwar Searching for a Reply. Genau, die kommen morgen rein in der Aftershow. Und morgen gibt es auch wieder unsere Trommel mit Michel und Ronald. Ich hoffe, dass das funktioniert. Keine Schraube locker. Ah, nee, ich glaube, der hat die Schrauben gekauft. Ich glaube, er hat's gemacht, der Michel. Also Michel, mach keinen Scheiß morgen. Wir wollen wieder die Trommel sehen. Langsam wird es langweilig mit unserem Rad hier. Ja, wir wollen wieder Real Deal sehen. Das war's gewesen für heute. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Danke, dass ihr wieder dabei wart, zahlreich und wieder super geschrieben habt. So muss es sein. Sehr, sehr cool. Und ich würde sagen, mit Benediction verabschiede ich mich. Bis morgen, 20 Uhr. Seid dabei mit Metalheads Forever. Gute Nacht. Und hier sind Benediction und Storm Crow. Yes.